According to legends, he was a Viking hero sang about in Old Norse poetry, Icelandic sagas and other chronicles. He was also a king of Denmark and Sweden. He made a name for himself with a considerable amount of raiding the British Isles and the Holy Roman Empire in the 9th century. Here are some cool facts about Ragnar Lodbrok. I would first like to get into Ragnar's origin and his ancestors. According to the tales and Icelandic sagas, Ragnar's father was a king of Sweden, Sigurd Ring, and his mother was Princess Alfhild. His father's father, his grandfather, was Randver, a Danish king, and his wife Asa, Ragnar's grandmother, was the daughter of King Harald of the Red Moustache, or Harald Granraude from Norway. To go a bit further, Ragnar's grandfather Randver was a grandson of a legendary Scandinavian king Ivar Vidfamne by his daughter Eod, or Alfhild as some sagas call her. After Ivar Vidfamne's death, Eod's eldest son Harald, whom she had with a Danish king Hurek Ringslinger, conquered all of late king's territories and thus became known as Harald Wartooth. Harald's nephew Sigurd Ring, Ragnar's father, became the chief king of Sweden after the death of his father Randvar, most probably as the sub-king of Harald. Then around 770, Sigurd and Harald fought a legendary battle of Bravalla on the plains of Östergötland, which ultimately resulted in Sigurd's victory, and he then ruled Denmark and Sweden. He then had a son with Princess Alfhild of the minor kingdom of Alheimer, and this son was Ragnar, who then succeeded him. Okay, now we have the general idea of Ragnar's origins. Let's talk more about his physical appearance. According to the sagas of Scandinavian prehistory or Fornaldar saga, he was the biggest and fairest of men that human eyes have seen, and he was like his mother in appearance and took after her kin. His first heroic act was killing a giant snake that guarded the abode of a Gerish Jarl Harald's daughter Thora Borgarhjord, and that's how he won her as his wife. He is said to have worn a very unusual piece of protective clothing while slaying the serpent, and that's how he earned his nickname Lodbrok, which literally means hairy breeches. With his wife Thora, he fathered two sons, Erik and Agnar. Erik Weatherhead was later a legendary king of Sweden. After Thora's death, he discovered Kraka, who was later revealed to be Aslaug, the daughter of legendary hero Sigurd Fafnisbane. She was a very beautiful woman living with a poor peasant couple in Norway, and he made her his second wife. Kraka blessed Ragnar with 5 sons, Ivar the Boneless, Bjorn Ironside, Hvitserk, Ranvald, and Sigurd Snake in the Eye. All of his sons grew up to become legendary warriors and kings, and Ragnar, not wanting to be in their shadow, decided to conquer England with only 2 ships. Alas, the English forces have defeated him, and he was executed in a snake pit by King Aelle of Northumbria. In 866, the great heathen army led by the sons of Ragnar Lodbrok invaded England and wrought havoc and revenge on King Aelle. Now, there are also some Danish sources about Ragnar, which, unlike the Icelandic ones, are mainly a catalogue of Ragnar's successful Viking invasions over a vast geographical area. Among the seaborne expeditions was one against the Bjarmians and Finns in the Arctic North. The Bjarmians supposedly used magic against them, and the Finns had very formidable archers on skis. Another one of Ragnar's most notable enemies was the historical king Harald Klak Halfdanson of Jutland, who was always starting rebellions against Ragnar but was defeated every time. We also all may know that Ragnar led the invasion of the Kingdom of the West Franks, better known as the Siege of Paris. Even though the historical accuracy of this being the same Ragnar Lodbrok is disputed by historians, there are many records about his great and terrible deeds there. It is said that on one occasion Ragnar captured an entire division of a smaller Frankish army, 111 soldiers, and hanged them all on an island on the Seine to honor the Norse god Odin, as well as to incite terror in the remaining Frankish forces. What a character. Hey, you made it to the end of the video, great! And now you may know a little bit more about Ragnar Lodbrok than before, right? If you wanna comment on something or add something, feel free to leave a comment below. Also, for more discussions, you can now join my Discord server. I will kindly leave a link to it in the description box below. And of course, if you wanna see more stuff like this, consider subscribing to my channel Forum Feast. Until next time, goodbye.